Hey, this is Galen Anding, and this has nothing to do with dentistry. You know, as you discover your talents and your gifts, you realize there's something that you need to do to work on them. So, I'm constantly reading books, taking classes, continued eds, and trying to figure out different ways I can do to expand what it is that I've been given. And recently I've taken several classes and courses, specifically right now a course called Servant Leadership through an organization called martinwilliams.org. This is an organization that concentrates on leadership, development, mentorship, and things of that nature to help you learn your gifts and your talents and show you how you can apply them in the marketplace, in the church, at home, with your family, in your marriage, with your children, volunteerism, and any other organizations and capacities that you serve. So I just want to send out a video today in terms of a class that I just recently took called Servant Leadership, and I have some notes with me. Just wanted to go through a couple different things that I took away from the class. The first thing is describing who I am as a servant leader, and I would pick two words. The one being willingness, which just means I have the desire and like to create time to serve others, the heart to serve others. The other being diligent, which is basically my work ethic and the capacity, increasing my capacity to help other people in opportunities and ways that I see that would benefit them. Second question is, where is my personal assignment and what might be my limitations as I carry out my mission of servant leadership? I think my personal assignment primarily is in the marketplace. That's what I've been doing the last 11, 12, 13 years with my gift in entrepreneurship. And so that's primarily where I serve. My gift has overflowed into community service, church work, and other different assignments that I've had the pleasure of being assigned to and participating with. I think limitations is really more of a learning curve for me. And those have been things like self-development, making sure I have the right information to do what it is that I'm trying to do in terms of serving people. And also people. As you're serving people and as you're leading other people to serve people, sometimes different things get in the way in terms of as you delegate different tasks and solutions to people to help other people. The challenge of people taking on responsibility for being responsible for other people, which is a challenge with leadership, being accountable to each other, and just making sure that you have the right team of people around you to get done what it is that you need to get done. Having that right team aboard, whether it's at a level of people consulting you and also the people that you have that are around you every day in order to serve the people that you do, whether it's in your business or in a nonprofit setting. Next question is, what type of personality are you able to attract and connect with, and how will your mindset or heart abilities and personal assignment help you attract this potential? I think the type of people that we typically attract are people that like to grow simply. I have really worked on growing and increasing, specific parts of my life. And so whether it's at work or in a nonprofit setting or a church or in a school setting, even with my children, we challenge them to grow. And so as we're trying to grow and improve and increase, we tend to attract people around us that have something going, that are doing something, that are trying to do something big. And so we typically attract people that want to grow as well. And it's difficult to maintain relationships where if that's what we're trying to do, they don't have the same mindset. And so, either they're going to affect me or I'm going to affect them. And it just is a matter of, you're trying to sustain environment, atmosphere, and culture. And so when you're trying to build something and develop a specific culture, you're going to attract people that are trying to do the same thing. Next question is, describe your core values and how they fit into the big picture of your personal assignment in life. I would say I've listed a couple of core values, one being God, family, self-development, time, discipline, community, leadership, and most of all, freedom. as I work on my core values, remember them, study them, and spend time in them, it becomes more so of me. So even the things that that is not the biggest core in my life at this time, I continue to still work on those things, and it increases inside my life. And so I think what I found is the more time I spend with God, the more time I spend with my family and help them create the environment that they want for themselves individually, as well as my community, spending time in these other core values. The biggest thing that I value the most, which is freedom, increases freedom in my life for all areas. So I'm free to cut a check. I'm free to invest time with my sons. I'm free to spend time with God. So as I develop those other core values, the biggest core value of freedom increases in my life. Provide the area of criteria that you'll measure your service impact. I would say right now, the last 5 to 6 years in my business, we track, and with me, I try to get feedback from the people that we serve. So we always track and give an opportunity, especially if it's an opportunity where people don't have to reveal who they are, but to just give raw feedback in terms of, hey, I was in your space today and I didn't like this, or this could have been better. And the person not to feel threatened when you obtain the feedback from them. So then you can get the truth about their experience with you, and you're able to take your service leadership or your servant leadership or your customer service up to another level. So I use typically feedback, numbers, and people, just figuring out what kind of experience that people had that were connected to you and that were recipients of your service. Last question is, explain the ideal environment for you to maximize your serving potential. If this environment is not available, how will you create it? I would say the ideal environment would be a clear vision, the right team, an opportunity, and the right information. So many times we initiate a culture, or we start something and we have the wrong information, or we don't have the right people around us, or the wrong team, and we're not even clear on what it is that we're doing. And so before you even get the right team, before you get money, resources, time, and information, you really got to know where you're going, what your goals are, and what it is that you're trying to obtain, who you're trying to serve, and how you're trying to do it, and at what level you want to do it. And so this, a clear vision is really, really important. I think if the environment would not be available, I'm already in my environment, but if it wasn't available, or I guess a good question for me would be, how could I increase the environment that I'm already in, would be looking for problems or needs of current clients or people that we serve, and looking for a solution, bringing value, and then receiving a reward. So that's kind of our formula now, is looking, even like I said, with those feedback systems, we're really looking for issues that might not normally surface till way down the road, and we find out we lost somebody we're serving, or things that people just don't have the gall to tell you. So feedback without threat is a really good system for us. So looking for problems, looking for needs, creating a solution for those needs and problems, which creates value, and that equals reward. And so that's what we've been using. That's what I would use if I would want to create an environment for myself to serve in, is looking for needs, looking for problems, creating a solution for that problem, which equals value, and then that value equaling a reward. And that word could be tangible. It could be a pat on the back. It could be, hey, nice job. It could be just the opportunity that I got to serve, or it could be money. So just depending on what level I'm serving and where I'm serving at, I always want to look at that formula in terms of gathering information from people, providing a solution, and then my reward would come after that, whether it's directly from God or God uses somebody else to reward me. But with all of that, I'll take it. So that really concludes my video.